Hi once again guys, welcome back to one of my videos. This video will be dedicated to going through all the rules and actually how they change your game. I'm going to call it 1 week with 6th edition. Imagine titles and things flying around, epic music, something like that. I'm too lazy to actually do all the transitions, so this is what you get. Okay, let me get to my point. When I moved here from Thailand, I sold all of my Space Wolves. So everything that I had, I sold all of them and started fresh with. And the army that I decided to actually start collecting was the Dark Angels army. Since there were rumors at the time that they were gonna get an update after 6. Crossing my fingers. But they're gonna get a new update. So I decided, hey, why not? Deathwing sounds pretty simple and straightforward, and you don't have to invest a lot of money because you only have like 5-6 squads, so that's average 30 models on the board plus tanks and land speeders, so it's pretty cost efficient to actually do a Deathwing army when you think about it. Anyways, how 5th edition was played was basically if you have a close combat oriented army like the Blood Angels or the Tyranids, Orcs, the point was to actually just move, shoot, and move as fast as you could by destroying the main threats to your close combat units. It's pretty simple. And once you charge in 9 out of 10 times, you will win that combat and you will slowly destroy the enemy. If you're unlucky, you get stranded in the middle of the board, you get outmaneuvered, and you get shoot to pieces. Now, how does that change in 6th edition when you think about it? Nothing really. It's rather the same. It actually punishes close combat oriented armies even more. However, being a Dark Angel army, you can argue that there are more of a shooty army to a close combat oriented depending on your list, but my list is Deathwing. Yes, I can shoot, but my goal is to get into close combat and kill as much as possible. So, the thing that I got out of 6th edition, reading it for a week, going over it with you guys, discussing with a few people here and there, is that in order to get units into combat more efficiently, you have to have something with equal firepower to your opponent. Now, I say equal loosely. It's not like, when you're fighting Tau, they have like 5 rail cannons, or no, rail rifles pointing at you and broadsides, and rail cannons and whatever pointing at you. Don't have to have equal amount. What I mean is that before you charge in, especially with something that dies very easily, like the Orcs, Tyranids, or something that dies really hard but are not in numbers, like Deathwing armies, Logan Wing, Dragon Wing, or just any unit that is expensive but very durable, you have to shoot the thing you're going to charge to the point where when you charge in, you're not going to get shoot to bits from Overwatch. If you saw the mini wargaming link that I posted in my last video, Dan actually shot Dave to smithereens, and he was using Orc boys, shooter boys, rolling on 6s. So just imagine that. That was 10 Marines getting shot to smithereens and going into close combat, losing almost half of their original numbers. So just imagine, even though you have Terminator on, you have a 2+ save, but what did they say in 5th edition about Terminator army? You have to, they will eventually fail. If you put enough saves on them, they will eventually fail 1. And these guys are not paladins. They don't have 2 wounds. They only have 1. And then with the elimination of wound allocation from 5th edition, where you can have different war gears and wound allocated to it, to distant-based wound allocation, it actually makes it more complicated to how we can charge into close combat when you think about it. My AC just went, so it might be loud, sorry. Hopefully that helps. So, my point is that with my Deathwing list, for example, I have Belial and a Librarian, because they're awesome. I had it since 5th. I'm going to carry out in 6th. 5 Deathwing squads, always Typhoon, 3 Hammers, 2 Lightning Claws each in each squad, and 3 land speeders with multi-melter and typhoon launchers. Most of the things will be deep striking. When I look at that list, what do I see? I see a lack of firepower. Like, Sure, they can destroy single targets pretty easily. They can destroy a Land Rider, they can destroy tanks, they can destroy anything individually pretty easy with the multi-methods and Typhoon launchers. However, they cannot deal with hordes. So, my solution for close combat oriented army with few numbers on the board is that to actually bring something like a Vindicator or Predator. I know that some Dark Angel lists who actually deal with it, they actually brought Vindicators and Predators, and it's quite common. But now in 6, that tanks, especially single huge weapons like Vindicators and Whirlwinds, actually got a buff with hull points. Just take them. You have to take them now, because just the heavy bolter shots, the dual heavy bolter shots, or 2 heavy bolters, and autocannon shot from just a box standard with sponsors upgrade for a Predator will actually do a lot of damage to a horde base army. You have 2 of those, you're cranking out like what, 6 shots each from the heavy bolters and 2 from the autocannons. So that's 8 shots per tank, 16 shots per round of heavy support. Plus, with the introduction of the new mission of heavy guns never tired, heavy support, fast attack, and all of these things that you usually don't consider in a Death Wing or in a in deep striking or these types of lists. You have to look at them again and see like, okay, I need to change something. But for me, it's easy. I'll just take maybe 1 squad out. That gives me an extra 200 points, and I will try to squeeze in 2 Predator tanks with side sponsors, everything, autocannon, heavy bolter. Sure, I'll have a lot of problems dealing with the new monsters, flying monstrous creation rule. I'll actually have a lot of problems dealing with flyers, but I'm sure that many units, even probably the Typhoon launchers and missile launchers and all the missiles and last cannons, will actually get the Skyfire rule in the erratas and updates, hopefully, because it doesn't make sense. That rule is there in the rulebook, but no one has it. So how can you deal with these new rules for flying creatures, flying monstrous creatures and flyers? Come on! Anyways, off point. So that's my solution. What is your take on 6th edition? What did you get from it? How are you going to adjust your army or list to actually suit you better in 6th edition? What I got out of it can be summarized into several simple phrases. Basically, if you're close combat army, you have to have a smart way on dealing with the amount of firepower being pointed at you, because they can shoot at you more. Their shooting phase and your assault phase. Thank you very much for watching my video. Hope you got some knowledge and actually enjoyed watching me babbling about 6th edition and about the rule changes and my models and my army and my whatever to a webcam. If you want more of these types of videos, subscribe. This is my weekly vlog. Do not count the other one. That one was a rant. So, but subscribe to my videos to actually get more, maybe some painting tutorials, modeling tutorials, conversion tutorials, hopefully some battle reports soon. And that's it. Thank you very much.